What can't you do? What won't you do? Nothing impossible. Nothing impossible. What can't you do? What won't you do? Nothing impossible with our God. You do not lie, you do not fail. What is hard for you to do? It doesn't exist. It can never ever exist.
Asifao is a 40-kilometer drive from Koforidua, a farming community in the Akuapem North municipality in the eastern region. The poor road network, mostly untarred, lead to the community, making it more trouble for drivers and commercial drivers who are unable to transport foodstuffs and other essentials to the nearby towns to transact business. The unbearable situation has resulted in economic hardship and poor living conditions for the population of about 800 people. A research conducted by the resident pastor of the El-kana Ministries International Koforidua branch, Lady Pastor Sewa Amo, over the living standards and health condition of the chiefs and people of Asifao, Ojobi and Achecheso, revealed vulnerability to poverty among households in the various towns. She said households with ailing members are vulnerable to poverty, while households with poor hygienic conditions are also vulnerable to future poverty. The results imply that hygienic conditions and health status of households need not be overlooked in poverty reduction strategies. Those and many other issues informed the decision of the leadership of the El-kana Ministries International, led by Apostle Ernest Adati, to support the residents to access free medical screening as well as receive other items to improve their health conditions and livelihoods.
Ask Mama now, blind Bartimaeus, make it go as the Israelites. Absolutely.
Why am I a first Baha Kwan and the phone? Your brim is answer a shetchery. Then I make earlier on. The road was very bad. And so, and Kakran, a quining poor I say, but even that time, no, you're back. No, you're near sorry, die. Your call a patasi, we were under a shed. And a woman, your papa, leadership, a good leader. If you have a good leader, umbrella will never be brim. Through that, now, Obe boy, my see, a sorry dying. A war as a folk a nice place at Yetimi as El-kana members and even other and sorry no person who join to be joined Emma Yesum Bayefe. Then not ye need in so baby empire, but in Yankopon Nakuasu, Ma Yensu Yensu. I think about 2 years ago, through his help also, the community for the first time I ever have about 5 years in I had not seen say outsiders have visited town to give any help of, let's say, clothing, shoes, books, and all that. But through the help of our father, we had it, and it was in a grand style. And near Onyamia Yena, Adofo Yena Yehui.
What I can say, Ghana, Yadibia, Yasu Muniama. You know, why Yasu Massa, a Hono Massa. And the power did Yasu Lady, a Honam Lady. Opposite Daria, Yasu Lady. Opposite Shatadia, Yasu Shatadia. Opposite Yasu Nekoda, a Honam Koda. No one up in a Juma. The share way as a suffer. Any Adofua, Aboye, Asoyasne. The Yamra Yabape, you know, as if I for Abbey, my DP. You will say, Mapomudi, Mubri Apomudi or form. The Kayakuma said, Your Bible Buam. Now, yes, so much. Oh, Mapomudi. Oh, Dr. Fred, no more I'll be in charge of you. Oh, we are not a drobby or Moses or Mamma. The Mamma, free, now the cop. No alcohol use. Now they are born who buy. It also be a war, any other team, my mobile, more your family planning. And Joe Medruha. Also, Dawson, the team Cassipa, on best set to us here. The more open say, I want maybe we do no person kaucha, now so in trap. On the Baba educate you, now wow. No amount shown ya be ya, I want why would be an officer the trap, or Babu Aminetra. Most on a many posts, how? In your Babu, it didn't necessary. Nipa Yabas, Nipa Bediasa. Doctors need necessary one quite Nipa Bediasa. Make sure some women in a check Amaye. Nipa Uwanyamino, Uya Bakupe. So who are only a bit more down way, so we are now say, next year Kata, it will be. Now show up on the year, Ubinache.
Yeshamuso every Nasa Assembia Chewabia, you can still come back. Obet Miaba, no one say, I be beside. They are swallow. And Tiu Friwa, obet me prescribe a drew amount. Say a drew a big cry in Niha, inquire the bed, a faso. Enti a honosono, Ubia can answer ma, Ubi any day, enti. Enti a man and show him say, oh, me go to her, me come answer, will be betting till Abia Menka. No. Table na ya set or no ya setting on in such a way say, oh, can was him now, will be so elwa, or the auntie. Enti fu akuma mu na di bie ha obia no saa time ya e papa ma ye saa kwanya wi no yen ka ye ha na anusie adura e wo no yen fansi ano enye den e ma mo entu wi a ye di paper no ma se bra ha si na bra beji adura wo de be bre ye pharmacist na wo ha si no na wa serve adura ama wa kire okwan a wo be fa so abe den wo be no enti e bia so ana adura no ebe hia say obenom no for ebia bosome anasija ebia wunya ni nyina betemum obeka chro say onom na say esan e wo pharmacy e wa around anase chemist e shop e wa around na obeti made ebe kwa kotobi atwaso enti enyankoye but ye hwem so ewie na say asembia kire wa adwen a you can still come back obeti miaba no was saying, I be beside a muntia, your war I say, and tea Yabano so dear, make sure say, Mube.
The Word and Medical Outreach Program brought volunteer doctors from the International Maritime Hospital Tema, SDA St. Joseph Roman Catholic Hospital Koforidua, Kaiko Hospital also in Tema, and Ministries, Ghana, as well as nurses and pharmacists from various hospitals. There were also available drugs for patients after consultations. The team screened residents on malaria, typhoid fever, diabetes, and hypertension, among others.
When they come here, at least some of them are emergencies, especially the malaria. Some of them are severe because they come in very, very weak.
Some people came in with stroke, some people come in very hyperglycemia in comatose state. So therefore, we need to refer those cases.
Normally, they will tell you their medications are finished. But to us, we know that maybe it takes like their medications finished maybe 1, 2, 3 months ago. Okay, and that's the issue.
Some cases getting so severe, we need to refer to the nearby hospitals.
We pray that they should do a follow-up. We gave them up to maybe a month, so in case it gets finished, they have to do a follow-up, especially those with diabetes and hypertension.
We need to put preventive measures. Because when you talk to them, most of them are not sleeping and most of them look at the houses around us. No enclosed windows, they don't have nets in their windows, and all this is an issue. So I think when we put measures together, we will help to address this.
One of the health facilities, Ministries, Ghana, sensitized the residents on family planning methods as advantageous in economic planning and resource management to help the people to attain their desired number of children. The high rate of teenage pregnancy can be reduced when the teenagers as well as men develop interest and take advantage of the family planning procedures.
You don't know how to fail. It is not in your capacity to fail. No.
It is 3 years now. A ball buying for 3 years. And on a power, my witty while womb. Or Bankasa, Wawa, Yawa, I want to at one. And my war banner, one more than so at sea. ɛma wo nya ahoɔden bebree nti ɔbaa bi adeɛ ɛwɔ sɛ wo at least 2 years or 3 years na da titi wa wo mu sɛnɛ ɛbɛyɛ a first delivery na wokɔ mu no wawodie ne nyinaa ɛbɛ heali yareɛ wɔ hɔ a ne nyinaa bɛ heali as a second child asa aba apɛmpie no yɛntumi ɛntwɛn ne saa ɛnɛ asɛ asetena mu ɛyɛ den ɛɛba yɛawoɔ no so ɛɛdɔɔso edwuma a yɛyɛ so sika a ɛɛba ne esua nti wankasa hwɛ wɔ asetena ahwɛ wɔ abrabɔ.
You do not lie, you do not fail. What is hard for you to do?
Most of the diagnosis and test results indicated that malaria was the most dominant cause of infection. They highlighted the lack of mosquito nets and unhygienic environment as the main cause. Health personnel seized the opportunity to intensify awareness on malaria.
We have to be cautious of our surroundings, keep our surroundings clean, places that lead to breeding of mosquitoes. We have to make sure we clear all bushes because malaria is causing a lot of harm to people, claiming lives, especially pregnant women, making them abort, labor to set in, and a whole lot. So please, the advice we give is that let's try and keep our surroundings clean to prevent the breeding of mosquitoes.
You, not in horses and chariots, by the arm of flesh.
The team encountered some individuals with severe malaria cases who were given drips to save their situation. On whether or not pharmacies were able to dispense drugs for the prescriptions of over 500 people, this is what they had to say.
A lot of malaria, especially the children. We gave them the malaria serums, and then the elderly people too. We gave them Apitensin, Amlodipine, Nifedipine was served, Atenolol, and then there were other UTI, especially in the boys. So we were giving them the other azithromycin, doxycycline. We provided everything, metronidazole and stuff. So I think we did a good job.
We're very happy. You could see from how they were jumping around and they were very, very happy. On behalf of all of us, we want to say a big thank you to El-kana Prayer Ministry, headed by our Papa, the noble prophet N.S. Yawadati. We say God bless him for his good heart.
You do not fail. What is hard for you to do? He doesn't.
The overwhelmed residents could not hide their joy and expressed gratitude to the church and able leadership for the kind gesture.
You do not lie, you do not fail. What is hard for you to do? It can never ever exist. No.
In a related development, the philanthropist and generous man of God surprised the beneficiaries once again with a truck full of goods. The elders of the church, together with some members, offloaded their clothes and other items, after which residents who were keenly waiting their distribution arranged themselves for the collection. The long-awaited time to make selections was due.
My confidence is you. What is hard? What is hard for you? It can never exist. You do not lie. Jesus,
Daddy has a passion, not just to pray for me, but also to touch their life. So touching lives what we are doing. We are just doing this one thing that we may not have the government official doing this, but we have decided that we want to touch lives. So if you are watching us, you also have the passion, want to contribute in any form. There's a message that you can even send somebody send this to us. Governments are going on this when you can also touch it. What's important is that whatever you bring to us is not messing with us. It gives the right people, like Mommy said. These people need them, we are giving to them.
The residents once again expressed satisfaction and commended the leadership of the church especially Apostle Ernest Adati, for always reaching out to the poor and vulnerable to make their lives better.
What is hard for you? It can never exist.
Ya yarwa ne yewo a ehye hwan ye nimu no nenne yehu yara yewo a ebetumi etu hwan amo in case ye ebinum kwapo ye nya du a yemo yehu yare yewo ye ho a ebetumi etu anamo a ebetumi akọ pharmacy na se hospital na yetumi akọ direct to approach to doctor say condition we ne yewo nti ye do mase
The success of the event wouldn't have been made possible without the immense contribution of some ministers of the gospel who are also into the life-touching ministry across the shores of Ghana, such as Apostle Dr. Jones Boateng from the Deliverance Outreach Ministries, USA, Pastor Dorothy Boateng, Germany, Prophetess Janice Nibis, Germany, Dr. Ejenim Boateng, USA, and Dr. Obed George, USA, among others. Apostle Ernest Adati and his family expressed their heartfelt gratitude to all and sundry who through their frantic efforts made the event a reality. He shared his experience so far in the outreach program.
If we have lost a lot of people's lives, I think we have preserved life. Life is very important than money. They should continue with their checkup. They shouldn't go and wait and sit home. We do it consistently. So long as we eat, we sleep, we bath, we breathe, we walk, we go many places. So that we see it's a small trivial things. They don't do cleaning, they are not clean. Their community works are not going there. That brought all these things.
Happiness is you. What is hard? What is hard for you?
Our doctors, I appreciate them a lot. And then,
Indeed, poverty is a disease, and it takes you and I, and a leader like Apostle Ernest Adati, with foresight and the passion of Christ to alleviate it. Let's contribute our widow's mite, both in cash and kind, to construct a clinic for the less privileged to access primary health care.
You do not lie.
For any information, please call these numbers 024-233-0906 or 026-498-6874, 024-273-7546.